Well, folks, welcome back to Steinway Billiards in Astoria, Queens, New York. You are watching the fourth annual Steinway Classic. I'm Upstate Al of AZB TV, and I'm going to be joined in the booth by some guest commentators. They come and they go. We're going to have Ross Lacey actually sit in for this one, or partial of it, whatever he decides to do. We don't handcuff anybody, so if you are in the area and you want to come by and get in the booth, come on down. And what a match we got coming up from you guys in just a few minutes. We'll flash it right up. It's going to be Mr. Ralf Souquet versus Daryl Peach. And they're going to be playing a race to 9. Before we get underway, we want to thank MolinariGlove.com. Aramis balls. Of course, the best cloth you can use with the balls is Simonis. And of course, Joe Tucker letting all the secrets out about the 10-ball break, 9-ball break, 8. You name it in any principle of the game. You get on board with the promo code, use it, Upstate Al, go to joetucker.net, and you're going to learn about a lot about reading the rack and also drills for like $8. So check it out. joetucker.net. Use that promo code. And we just got this graphic in, but we're going to have to do a little more work on it. But we want to flash it up because the Kings of Vapor and also the Kings of Billiards out in Akron, Ohio are always on board. Mr. Chad Bowling is participating in this tournament, the owner. We want to wish everybody out there in Ohio, we miss you guys, and we hope to see you down the road because we've been out there numerous times. Beautiful pool room, all diamond equipped, diamond seating. Great bunch of folks. In fact, I've met a few people that are actually from the city. Great bunch of folks out there. Just want to wave the hand and say hello and give the Kings of Vapor a big shout out. And we're going to thank the other sponsors, as you know, as we go along. So you know what? I'm going to give them the signal anytime they're ready to go, as they're just practicing, because we're ready to roll. You know, in the AZB TV booth, we don't go around here. We don't take no deals. My brother Vinny went away for 300 years. He didn't take no deals. Let me actually go out there in the arena and give these guys the heads up, and I'll be right back.
Pierre and Ron Mason on table 11. Pierre and Ron Mason to table 11.
Okay, they did get the signal from us, so whenever they elect to get started, we're ready. You know, it's nice to see members of the Moscone Cup teams on both sides here, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Whether they be members of the Moscone Cup from years gone by or ones that are going to be participating in the Moscone Cup coming up. It's exciting having them here. I'm sure Anna and Manny and George, everybody affiliated with Steinway, including the spectators and myself, are just up in arms. You guys are on the air. You take it away.
All right.
All right, this is Snooki, and I'm joined by Ross Lacey. Al will take a quick break. Just working in the background a little bit, and he'll be right with us. Now, this is not the first rack. It's just a practice rack. They have gotten word from us that we are ready for them.
So whenever they're ready to go, they will give it a go.
This should be a quite an interesting match.
You know, I think that these two players have played each other more than just once, I imagine. Very familiar with each other's games, and so we're going to see they've played with each other on the Moscone Cup numerous times. Ralf Souquet did amazing in the U.S. Open this year. I believe he took third, is that what I was hearing? Yes? Something like that?
I believe so.
He was playing really amazing, though. I saw him in a couple of the matches. Classic Ralf. I mean, Ralf is just such an incredibly consistent player. Great fundamentals, everything.
All right, use the pop break, and he does have a shot on the one.
Have we started here?
Yeah, they have started. This is
Did they lag and they started?
I didn't see a lag.
Did they lag? I thought you. Okay.
No. They didn't start yet.
Okay.
We did give them the go-ahead.
My bad. I thought they did that before I came back to the booth.
No, maybe, yeah.
No,
I'm
guess
guessing
not. I'm guessing not.
He moves the cue over. I mean, that
I mean,
is
are you
the
allowed?
rule
Are
here.
you allowed to do that in the tournament?
You have
Can you just move the cue ball where you like?
I heard, you know, it's funny. I heard that as a spot one time. I heard that was one of the spots that was given to a player that you could move the ball anywhere within a handstand.
Yeah,
You ever heard that spot?
Yeah. Are you kidding me?
Well, of course you've heard of that spot, but I'm just.
Well, no,
I never had, honestly.
We used to play. We used to play these spot games like this many years ago. It used to be more popular, and that would be a spot given sometimes where you were allowed, in fact, to move the cue ball within a hand span.
Every single shot.
Every single shot.
That's quite a spot. Is that better? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just trying to adjust for the loud voice.
That's all right. No, yeah, hey, look, super excited. It's okay. You're in the right fish tank.
We get a little overzealous.
You're in the right fish tank to get super excited. Just don't step out of line.
Wow, look at this. This plays super solid. You know, I was hitting balls on this table last night for a couple hours, and it just plays really, really consistent. Like, they've just refelted it. It plays like a dream.
I heard you were practicing on this table yesterday all night.
I was, yeah, for most of the day and night.
Don't you think the players? So you scuffed up the table.
Oh, here we go.
No,
for
I
the lag.
cleaned the table.
Ralf Souquet on the right side using the 4-ball, and Daryl Peach on the left.
And
like
here we
the
are
8-ball.
for the lag.
For the lag.
Daryl did kind of a Z lag there, not like a straight up and down. I think he's going to take it too.
And he might take it.
He took it with the unconventional lag.
Well, who has the straightest stroke there? I don't know.
No, I think he was doing it kind of on purpose, though. A little bit of a.
What do you want to like?
Bang. He was trying to hit. He was trying to hit the ball.
Like we used to play Skellies when I don't know if you know about this. You know what Skellies are?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
You know, I know you know about Skellies. Okay, back in the day, we used to. Do you know? Do you even know the wooden chairs in the school?
Of course, yeah.
And they had like these metal caps on the
Table
feet of them.
26,
Okay, yeah.
We used to rip them off and put clay in them, and we play skellies, so you have to like
Ralph Hall,
knock.
Johnny Armstrong, 26.
I'm going to let Troy come in the booth. New Jersey pool player's going to come in, and he's going to call this match along with Diana Rojas and Ross Lacey. 2 seconds, I'm going to step out.
Sure. I'm totally aging myself with that. And it never fails that when I do commentary, I'll say something that people are like, how does she know about that?
That is. You thought she was younger than that. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's all right. I don't look my age. I don't care.
Yeah.
As long as I don't look my age.
I never would have guessed your age. The first time I saw you, I was
I
like,
know, no one ever
I was
does.
like, no way. Ooh, went right in the drink. Off the break. That's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, Troy and I, let me welcome Troy into the booth. Troy, welcome back.
Hey.
And I'll let you know, Ross, that Troy and I, were discussing the break last match with.
Boy, Alex got it down, didn't he, though?
Yeah, and that was the turning point there because, Shu came, he was breaking dry and kind of leaving an open table for Alex. And I told him it'd be interesting to see whether, in fact, it was a player situation or is it because of the heavy lighting over that table over there. But I think just Alex has got his break down packed, and that in itself was
That was the
was
major
kind of
decision point,
right
yeah.
as far as why he or how he won.
How he pulled ahead. He actually he went from
Yeah.
third gear to fourth gear. And
Well, they were neck and neck up until 5. It was always
Yeah, and then
within
he
the
shut
game.
it out. Then he didn't even, the other guy didn't even shoot.
yeah,
Because
they
the
made
two didn't even
some
shoot.
early errors and some-
Uncharacteristic errors,
yeah,
really.
yeah. And then even besides the errors they were making, Shu wasn't breaking really well, and
Yeah.
he was leaving a dry break, and that enabled Alex to take a couple games on his serve.
You have a tricky situation here because the 9-ball kind of precludes you from going one rail to the 6. So he's looking at trying to get below the 6, but at the same time, if you go and do that,
Hit the 8.
you might hit the 6 or 8, and then you might cause something really
You're better off
undesirable to
hit,
happen
if
there.
you're going to bump anything, bump the 6.
It looks like he might. Oh, he's going to try to draw to it. To the other pocket. That's
Nice.
wise. That's wise.
Did you watch any of the? I'm Troy, by the way.
I'm Ross. Yeah. Nice to meet you.
You too, Ross. First time. Thanks for introducing us.
I didn't know you didn't know each other. By the way.
She's the worst hostess.
But did get back to my point was I watched every match of the Open, and I was fortunate enough to see a couple of Ralph's matches, and boy, did really just tremendous. He played really nice, and he's so seasoned and maintained. Never really out of line. Never gets shook.
His positional play is just as good as anybody out there, really. He's got
Absolutely.
such great fundamentals, as I mentioned earlier. You just hits the center of the cue ball every single time. It's
And the good thing is
amazing.
he's a little older, so he has a lot of different situations under his belt where he's been there before,
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And he's European. I mean, the people don't know, but the players in Europe are. The competition's amazing over there. There's just so many good players,
I see no problems here.
Just stop, and then go one rail to the 10 from the 9.
Ross, this place is buzzing. How do you like it?
Well, whenever there's a big tournament here at Steinway, I try to make it down. It's a great pool room. I mean, they've got great food. They treat their players right. There's some other pool halls in the area that don't necessarily treat their players the way that Steinway does. They really favor the regulars, and
They treat their customers well.
they really do.
Every
here.
business should do. It's a good business plan.
Especially in a pool hall with such a small community.
Yeah.
Alan Rowley.
Speaking of how they treat their pool players, that one of the waitresses just came up and handed Snooki a delicious coffee-looking thing.
Blended coffee drink.
Yes, it is.
I wasn't even sure that they could make this here. Meanwhile, Ralf Souquet ran out, and it is 1-0 in favor of the Kaiser.
Apparently, they only made one of them.
Well, I asked for it. Did you want one? Is that what it is? Are you? You know, I got to keep my drink away from you now.
On table
Fear
13.
of
from
it growing
Taiwan,
legs and walking away from me now.
Chug Lee Chang. Ko Ping Chug from Taiwan on table 13.
All right.
Well, there you have
I
it.
didn't mess up the score yet.
You were about to.
Yeah,
No, I
you-
wasn't. I got it down.
You'll have plenty of chances to mess it up. Don't worry about it.
No, it's
Not when I'm on the job.
She's double
Okay.
checking you.
Yeah.
Let's see how this break comes, because you were mentioning that the break was the big deciding factor in the last rack, or last round.
just he hits him too hard, I think. Oh, he hit him. That ball went in the side.
He hit
though.
him super
oh,
solid.
see what I mean?
But that
It's
was
just like,
really, that was
wow.
unfortunate, though.
Yeah, he let the
hit
cue
him
ball go.
so perfect.
The
I
cue
felt
ball
like.
was up there too far, though.
Yeah, you're right. He didn't put enough top on the ball, but he really, he hit them very solid. No side spin on the cue ball, and the cue ball didn't touch a rail naturally. You
Right.
know what I mean? So
Right.
that's what you want. I mean, how could you do it? You can't make a Shane break every time. You know what I mean?
Right. And I think that break right there is what they're looking for, but maybe not as
Maybe a tad
forceful.
lighter, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Well, I tell you what, this table does break really easy. So I think that if they did take a little bit of the speed away, then they'll still make a ball, and then they have a little bit better control on the cue ball, and that's the name of the game as far as the break is concerned. See any problems here?
Just getting on this three right, where you're not stretched out.
Actually, he just getting on the 5 right, because it really just has that one pocket. It
Right.
does. I don't think he's taking a look at it now as I speak.
3 to 4.
It looks like he thinks it might go.
It just might.
Yeah, that goes. He
I
just
think it
wants to
goes
get
in
on
both pockets now
three-
that I'm standing
He
up.
got right on the 3 to get on the 4 to get on the 5. Absolutely. I think he's in. Ooh,
Is he-
he overran it a little bit.
He's wrong-sided here.
Yeah, I believe so.
Well, I think he's just going to have to accept a longer shot on the 5.
Yep. A little spot shot.
That's exactly the shot he was going to have. Comes with a little inside. He's perfect here if he doesn't touch the 10.
Yeah, he didn't have as much angle as I believe we thought. It looked like he was up a little high.
He's good. Even if he gets below the 6 with this draw, it passes the 9. No problems. Actually, he went.
He
He
picked.
checked
He
it.
took the
Fa-
shot.
that was
Checked it out.
fast.
He checked it out a little there, right?
Yeah,
A
he
little
just like
inside.
that was a 1-2 punch on that one. He didn't give that any thought either.
Daryl's really a natural player. He doesn't really take a lot of time. Ralph is much more calculated.
Right. And where's Daryl from?
He's English, right? Yeah. Great sportsman. He played in the World Cup of Pool for Britain this year, and he was in the finals, and he lost to the Chinese Taipei, the brother of the person playing on 13, Ko Ping Yu. It's Ko Ping Chung playing right there. See a nice view of him.
Thank you.
Surely.
This is ideal on the 10 ball, just off the rail. Perfect.
Pop it in.
There we go. We have a score of 1-1.
Al's back at the controls.
Welcome back, Al.
I only got to play in the sandbox for like 30 seconds with one score.
Thank you, everybody. I just want to remind everybody out there, we do have a Facebook page I created, Upstate Al and Friends on Facebook. You can go by there and just give it a like. All the pictures that were taken here in my personal phone will be posted there. I already posted some of them.
Hey, you have a picture of me there.
Yes.
Upstate Al's running around the pool hall yesterday with the selfie stick. Pretty hilarious.
Yeah, he was doing that earlier today. we mentioned that before. It was funny.
Like a kid in the candy store with a new toy. That's all it's all about. I tell you. You know, Darren Appleton come up to me and says, "You still using that selfie stick?" He said, "How long do you have it?" I said, "About 3 weeks or a month." He said, "I bought Angie one, and she used it for about a week, and she don't want to even use it no more." I said, "I'm a big kid in the candy store with this thing." Yeah, I got plenty of pictures.
Yeah, and it's nice to get pictures with all these guys in our pool world. These are superstars.
Yeah.
They really are.
You're such a groupie. I'm just kidding.
That was a terrible break.
Now
That
when
really
I
was.
now when I
Wow.
saw when we were talking earlier and he was practicing his break, he actually went in that same side pocket. I don't know if you
It's
remember
easy to
earlier.
lose.
It's really easy to lose the cue ball on the break into the side pocket.
Yeah, it's the amount of when you're off of the spot and you're over, like, say, whether it's an inch or 2 or 3 or 4, to hit that square spot where it pulls back dead straight into the center of the table. The amount that if you're on either side of, it's probably less than a 32nd of an inch.
Oh yeah, it's
Less
incredibly
than that.
difficult.
Right. It's between like it's very small portion. You know?
I would say it's about a half a centimeter or less.
Right.
If we're going metric.
Right.
Well, they say, what's funny about pool players is that they measure everything in metric, right? They like 13 millimeters, for example, for the tip, right?
Right. Well, the whole world except for the U.S. is standardized using the 1 through 10 numbers, and instead of us, we have to go 13 16ths, and it's just nuts. Shut the light off there, Snoop. I had to rat you out on the air.
So I'm not seeing any issues here. I feel like this is a very straightforward out. I mean, maybe the 8 to the
Not
9.
Yeah, no. Well, only
8
thing
to
that could
9
get in his way is
possible, right?
him getting out of line, which is not likely to happen, you know?
Not with Ralf at the table, no. I doubt it. So consistent with his positional play. Doesn't make careless errors.
He's leaning over a little bit, though. Just can. Yeah, he's good there. Boom, boom, boom.
It's like ball in hand every shot with this guy.
Well, this layout is not like everything's not just laying in the pockets. He does have work to do, but I don't foresee any real. Well, a little, a little funny there. But you know what? This allows him to slide past the 10, go 2 rails, come up for the 8 inside, or
He will be coming straight at the 8 off
Right.
of the second rail, but is he going to come off of the 8 at the second rail at the right angle to get to the 9? That's the question.
yeah. Well, if he spins it, he's going to use spin.
He will have to spin it a little bit,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Instead of if he hits it flat, he'll play it in the corner. Then that just makes for a lot of work because then you got to draw back, and if you get a bad angle,
He's going to play this in the side. I
inside
think.
pocket, absolutely. A little bit of spin.
No,
Maybe
I would
not.
play for it. Whoa.
How about missing the 7 ball?
And leaving him safe, too.
Well, it
Yeah,
doesn't
but
matter.
that doesn't
You shoot
matter.
again.
That's right.
Yep, that's true. I think
Daryl-
Daryl put him back in.
If Daryl
I wanna
remembers the rules
Right.
of this tournament at the players' meeting,
Right.
he
yeah.
has the option to make him shoot again. If Daryl says he's
Oh,
now, I don't
Daryl
believe.
might go to the air here.
Yeah, you see, I don't believe Daryl remembers the official rules here.
I want to shoot again. I would tell him. I would tell him right here. Say, you want me to shoot again?
He might. He might. Let's. I'm
Well,
not going to say that he doesn't remember. So let's
Right.
see. He sizing up the jump shot. If he doesn't like it, he might just hand it to Ralph.
Because after missing that 7,
I think he's bluffing here. I think we're looking at a poker player here, and he's
No.
bluffing.
You think he's
He's
taking up
thinking,
airtime?
no, Look, he's
He
he's
just-
gonna hand this back.
he
Yeah,
did. He
he's
turned
gonna
it
hand
over.
back.
That-
Yeah.
I
He just
think he
wanted
might.
to size it up a little bit.
Yeah,
that's
but
all.
I think that was a bluff. You
Yeah, a
kidding
little
me? He
stall.
was never gonna.
He was on a stall.
never going to shoot.
Well, I
that
don't think it
jump.
was a bluff. I think it was the right way to approach the table.
Right,
And,
take a
and
look at it, right?
Take a look at it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But there's also a tad bit of mind games in there, a little bit,
They're not you.
They know each other. They know each other
They're
for
not
1,000
you,
years.
Ross.
They play so well, they don't need moves. Only us, like,
Only us terrible
B
players
players.
need moves.
Only someone like you, Ross.
Listen.
Ralph just called a 7 ball in the corner pocket. Let's get right back to the match.
So
he's
going
going to jump it.
He is going to jump it. Yeah.
I don't like going to the air on this. The cue balls could just easily,
Yes, you're right. Go off the table.
yeah.
But not when
He
you're
hit
Ralf
him.
Souquet.
You know what? He hit that.
Pretty sporty.
Yeah, at such a soft speed to get it over that ball. Was that a full ball jump?
Yes.
Yeah, it was a
It
full ball
was.
jump.
And look how easy he hit that.
He did hit it a lot softer than I thought he could.
Those new fancy jump cues.
Yeah, well, it's part of your
That's part of your arsenal.
You know,
That's
you
just
got to
what
have
to
it.
say.
He
Oh,
missed
he
it.
missed that.
Oh, wow.
So two
I'm surprised.
unforced errors. Ralph missing the 7-ball prior to this, and now Daryl Peach missing it.
Hey, Ross, even these guys missed. There's hope for us.
I think that you got to go 3 rails here and just bank at the 7, right?
Yeah, fired it.
There's no hope.
Thanks.
There's no hope.
Fired us then. Bang, bang. Oh.
Perfect. Now, how's his angle from the 8 to the 9? That's the question.
He's
not
at the
great.
table. He don't
He
care.
don't care, yeah. I'll fire
He's
him
at the table
He's got a free ride to fire
twice
at
in
these.
one rack.
It's not a good. He's not in a great situation here.
Well, yeah, he is. He just has to draw back about a foot and just have the angle, save the angle.
Is he
Cutting
straight
the 9
in?
in the upper left-hand corner.
He's not straight
Even
in,
if
but
he's
he
straight
can,
in, he could
You might
draw
have to
back.
go. You might
He
have to go
fires
3
us
rails.
and goes 3 rails.
Yeah. There it
He
is.
did. He went to 3.
How'd he hit it?
Let his stroke out a little bit.
Wow.
This is touchy, this shot, a little bit at times.
You know, on this
He's
brand
a
new
big
cloth,
favor,
on the
but
brand new cloth, I feel like this plays so much easier because you could put about half of the stroke you would have to normally just to get down below the side pocket with the draw stroke.
right. Like
See,
that.
see how soft he hit it? Yeah. The new cloth is just like really,
Grabs.
it's grabbing on the table.
Yeah, it's not like he had to like super stroke that to get the cue ball to move off the rail. All right,
Like that.
2-1. With that said,
The Kaiser goes up 2-0.
How would you guys like to see, because of this tournament with the caliber of players that's in it, how would you like to see, like, the U.S. Open champion who just won it, Cheng Yu Song,
Kevin.
Kevin, but how would you like to see him playing Ko Pin Yi on a live stream table? You know, I mean, that would be like some historic match besides this
Are
one.
you setting it up for the next? I'm hoping.
No, just in case they do match up.
I mean, that would be like an ideal match. I mean,
Yeah.
the world number 1
I'm-
coming with the brand new winner of the U.S. Open. I would love to see that
I'm
match.
just
if it
asking
comes
people in
along.
the chat, not you guys in particular, but
Yeah.
everybody.
Oh, I'm
How would you like
sure.
to see a match like that?
Al, I don't think there's too many bad matches in the place right now.
You're right.
It really isn't.
Asian Invasion. He really wants to see that match.
Yeah.
Not surprising.
Well, Asian Invasion, if you want to see that match, we're going to try our best to get it if they actually match up. We'll try our best to do it.
As we're speaking about that, we got Earl right now here, and we got to your right, to your left. We're surrounded by greatness, you know.
And
Yeah.
I can tell you, Erin McManus just passed the booth, and she gave me the thumbs up, so she just defeated Eddie DeLocke, I guess, in her first match, so she's still in it. Just
That's
to,
great. That's
get
a good
away
match
from
for
the
her.
stream. Yeah. Ralph's looking at this pretty hard here, guys. What's going on?
Yeah, the lineup's like Earl on one table, the table next to it is Warren Kiamko, and the table
20,
after that
Ruslan
is
Alex Calderon on table 20. Alex
Mika.
Calderon and Ruslan on table 20.
Any response in the chat about that match? If we-
Oh, yeah. Asian Invasion really wants it.
Okay.
yeah, Rodney Morris. The table
Well-
after that, it's just like amazing.
With
Marcus,
a screen
no.
name like Asian Invasion, I would think so.
Scotty beat. Nice.
And I'll see what I could do. I got some pull around here.
Ooh.
Beautiful.
Whatever they decide to put on the stream, that's what you'll be watching.
Yeah.
And it looks like Ko Pin Chung is on the back table right behind Ralf Souquet, I believe. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
him.
that's
back
him.
there.
Table 7.
Oh, that's
Kevin
Ko with the
Ivan,
hat on?
Mike Corona on table
That's Ko
7.
Pin Chung.
Oh, okay.
Kevin
That,
Ivan,
with the,
Mike Corona, table 7.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Ralf Souquet really made a great shot there. He made it look easy.
Well, he's not liking it.
he's not liking the 8.
Yeah, because the 8's that close.
He's going to hit it here, maybe.
He's such a great straight bull shooter. that he can possibly come down. It's really scary because of the position where the 8 is. He might scratch. Oh, he won't scratch.
You
But-
trying to maybe try to move the 8? Should I say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
If he has to, you know.
I don't. You know what? You play it in the other corner.
Yeah.
Did you say Darren was playing right now?
Appleton.
No, of course.
What is it? Is it no or
Yes.
of course?
Of course.
I get confused easily. No, I did not see him yet. But
You guys got me all.
So it looks like he is going to draw it up either. Is he
Papa
gonna-
Roach is looking for that there.
Well, I'd like to update him
All
if,
right,
if that
stand
was
by.
happening.
Let me look.
What a nice touch, Ralf Souquet just
Stand
hit
by.
right there with
Put
that
me on
shot.
silent.
And he's
four.
got that slight angle just to pop off the rail as well. Pretty impressive. He might follow down to the end rail, depending on how much angle he has.
You know, he's got a little angle from here. I like him pulling it
Oh,
back a little
for
for
the
the side.
Yeah, that's also a very good option.
That's what I like. That's all. That's how I like it.
He's a little thin into the side right now, though.
He is, but it's natural towards the 10.
Does he just roll it in, or does he go around the 10?
I think he rolls it in, but actually he looks like he's.
You got to shoot this.
Yeah, he might go around the 10.
Yep. Stay right where you're at. Play the lazy man shot. This way you don't have to move.
Beautiful shot there.
Just like I taught him 20 years ago. No, I met him. The first time I met him was about.
Oh, Mr.
16,
Souquet jumps up
17 years
3 to 1.
That
Going
was
into game
back when
4.
he just won the Open recently, wasn't it? Because wasn't it in the late 90s you won the Open?
See, I told you I aged myself. I gotta stop doing that.
He not only has a 3-1 lead, but he definitely has the table itself. He's in full control at this point. And with that good break, I foresee him staying in control, if not breaking, making a ball and running out. He's a good 70% on this. And as far as Darren Appleton playing in the match right now, that's a negative. I looked around the room. I did not see that.
Someone in the chat is saying that he's playing B. That has to be Brian Yee. B Yee, that's Brian Yee.
Y-I,
If he
yeah. Brian Yee.
is, if he is,
Two ball?
well,
Yeah.
2 ball. But he's snookered with the 5, so he'll probably be pushing out here.
we're limited to some of the views on some of the tables, so I'm not sure if he's playing or not.
Where do you like to push out here?
Tied a 3 up and push down the rail a little bit.
They can go to the link for the live scoring and check it out, and you can tell if the player you want to follow is playing this round or
Yeah.
Or you can kick at it.
It's not a terribly easy push, to be honest with you, because
No, it's not.
the ball is sort of close to the hole. The 1 ball that
He
is.
might kick, try and feather the left-hand side of the 1, push it into the 6, see what kind of mess you can make there, and if you can get the cue ball down. It's a shot. But I like pushing the 3 into the 8-ish.
Ish
Yeah, somewhere around it. I can't see the angle.
into the 8-ish.
And then keeping the cue ball down by the corner pocket there, the bottom right-hand corner.
Yeah, I do like that as well. Yeah.
And
Looks
hope
like that's
and
where
hope-
he's- or he's just pushing to the
he's
down.
going to push to the shot
Yeah,
instead
he's
of
just
messing
gonna
with the
push
ball.
down. He
That's
wants to
that's a
leave
better
very.
shot.
He wants to leave a very thin contact on the 1.
Right.
Yeah.
That was smarter.
I don't think, because you're not going to leave. I don't think that even Daryl, he's a good shot maker, but I don't think that even he will go for
This
for
shot?
this shot.
Why not?
Oh, he's going to shoot.
He's shooting this.
He's shooting this. I ain't giving
Why
this to
not?
nobody.
I'm shooting this.
Oh no, not. I mean, he's going to probably play safe though. I don't believe he's going to try to make the ball. That's what I meant.
No.
No, you don't give it back to. Looks like he got away with one there. He
No,
could have.
that's a good shot, yeah.
Yeah.
I would have shot at that ball.
Oh, you'd have tried to make it
Yeah, because it's
because you're playing Ralf Souquet, and you might as
No,
well.
it's not that. It's just that he makes it.
if you
He's got
miss
a
it,
natural
I'm
shot.
gonna play them.
mean, the
make
position is bringing him right back down for the three.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
problem is that
control
it's
of the cue ball is the problem.
if you play the two-way shot, we're playing call shot, call save,
Right.
so you could.
Yeah,
That's all right.
You know,
I'll have to deal with that
in a disaster.
after I bang it into the rail.
but that's why we're sitting here. That's
But
why we're here.
If you
I
didn't
love
know, I don't miss that shot from here.
I think it's hard. It's pretty hard to miss from the
I
commentator's
make
box.
every one of them. It's like magic.
So now he's probably going to try to come
He's
two
gonna-
rails.
Yeah, he's going to hit this to get.
Table 15.
He's
He
got
wants
to
to
get
hit
this.
the second rail. He
Yeah.
wants to hit the second rail first. To get good separation if he does.
Beautiful, beautiful, good shot. Watch
Wow,
the window.
Excellent.
No window.
I think that.
That's a good shot.
Yeah, I don't think that he can see any of it. Nope.
No, not at all.
Now, does he come flat off the bottom rail and cut the angle of the cue ball, or come off the long rail and sell out?
And so I think definitely.
That's his favorite terminology.
short-
Right,
the
he's
short
got to
rail.
go short rail, because if you go to the long rail, you
You're more
high
likely-
possibility you're going to leave a shot.
Yeah, you're more likely to leave both balls on the same side of the table that way too. That's the big thing.
Right, he's
You
going
wanna
to
get
shorten
separation.
it up here.
Might make the 7.
Wonder if he called it.
He's going to leave a bank.
He's going to leave it right in the side. Ooh.
Right inside.
Is it?
Table
Yep,
19,
it is.
Brian Deska,
You were
Roberto
right.
Gomez on
It's not
19.
just a hat rack.
Brian Deska, Roberto Gomez, table 19.
Ralph's got no problems here, just getting over to the 3 and getting the right angle to get down table a little bit for the 4. If he gets in shape for that,
Yep, you got it.
he's in good shape.
He's
Perfect.
in perfect shape. He went to the gym with that one.
Nice.
This is to slide this ball over. This is not an easy shot because that side pocket looks like a doorway. You know it's there.
I think you just try to draw above it in the line,
Right.
but hit it soft where you're not going to actually reach anything.
Nice.
Yep.
Beautiful. I think that's the problem with my thinking. Sometimes it's like
Table 24.
I'm thinking, watch out for the side. He's not even considering it because I'm not going to hit it. I'm not going to hit it that way. It's not
Going to
going to
take the
even
angle
enter.
away from that.
It's not going to enter my mind when I shoot it. You got a little, hopefully straight as opposed to going to the other way. Hey Ross, I thought you were doing what we do sometimes in the commentating booth. You look at the screen, right, and you
then
go
you
like
look at the
this.
table.
And
No,
you look
no,
at
no.
the screen and you try and move to
Oh,
the
get a
right or to the
different
left.
get a different angle
It
from
don't
the
work.
screen. It doesn't work. No, I was trying to look at the score with Kopin Chung and gosh, I can't see his opponent. Oh, the other Taiwanese player. Looks like Kopin Chung is up 2-0 on the table within our view there, table 13, the George Genki San Sushi table.
With the ball in the pocket, this one, although this one's not too deep, you notice even though the ball's right in the pocket, the players try and get as relatively close as possible to the ball that's deep in the pocket because it makes it that much easier to get to your next position. It's one of the harder shots in a game where the ball is in the pocket and you have to get shape on the next ball.
To play position, yes, makes it tough.
Nice. Just stretch out for this a little bit. He must be pretty tall then. Let that go a little bit, but he's okay. Very nice. Ralf Souquet goes up 4-1. That's the shots that you want to shoot on the 10 ball. You want them, the 9 and the 10 ball. It's nice to have the 2-footers, not sweating it out.
When I was first learning to play rotational pool, this old guy was teaching me, and basically said, you want to get perfect on the last 3 balls. You want to get perfect on the 7, 8, 9, and 9 ball, and then the
Right.
8, 9, and 10. You want to just be perfect on all those balls. That way it takes off the pressure of making potentially a tough shot at the end of the rack.
Yeah. And in this rotation game, if it's 9 ball or 10 ball, that's the only one that really counts. You know, and you do all of that work, and then you get bad on it, and you miss it, and then your opponent says,
Just,
thank you,
yeah,
thank you
then
very
do
much.
they just bunt in 2 balls,
Picked
right?
your pocket, you know.
Yeah. Here we go. Let's see how Ralph breaks on this.
He's winding up.
Is he
He's
going to hit
100%.
hard? Yeah, he's going to go with a really hard break again.
I feel too hard.
Yeah, like you said, I think that a little bit softer. Like Alex was hitting him considerably softer than that and having much more success.
Yeah, making 2 balls, 1 ball.
Alex
At least making
Alex is a machine.
Yeah, well, it's hard to bet. It's hard to bet against Alex on anything, really.
Well, let's see if Ralph figures it out. I'm sure he'll get another break. Not to say that Daryl's
It'd be
going to
awesome
not
if
run
he.
out
It'd
here.
be awesome if he ran the set out. I would love to watch that too. You know,
No, you could put a package together.
Daryl plays very good.
It's hard to put a package together in 10 ball now with this.
It is.
It is,
really
yeah.
is.
It is. But again, the break, you know, as I
How about
said
this
last
shot?
match, is
Look at this. This is a
Perfect.
beautiful
Let it
shot.
out. Let it out a little bit.
wow. That was a beaut.
Now he's going to go to the rail.
I don't think so.
I think he's got to draw.
I think he's going to draw.
the 6.
Yeah.
You go to the rail. You go to the rail and come in between the 10 and the 8.
He's going to snap draw it up. I don't think he's going to even touch
I
the
think.
rail.
Yeah. That's.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. He shot it wrong.
He's trying to shut it
I
down.
don't want me to tell you.
What are you talking about?
When you're a world champion, you get to question a world champion.
But
is pretty
oftentimes
textbook
they
from here.
do, instead of drawing it like that, they use the rails.
Oh, they always try to use the rails. Yeah, Mike Siegel said that if you can hit 2 rails, then you do.
Yeah.
You know, whenever you can hit 2 rails, not
You
just
control
1,
the
2 rails.
cue ball
You can
better.
control the cue ball better when
Right,
you hit 2 rails.
The speed.
Now here, just a nice center ball hit with a little bit of left spin comes straight up. You want to keep the angle. You don't want to be too straight on the 6 because you have to
Get on a 7,
you
yeah.
have to get on the 7
Right by
right.
the
and
8,
you did
perfect.
He did it perfect.
And he has a nice pace about him. Nothing's.
Isn't
doesn't
it
take
wonderful?
too
He
much
makes it
so
look
nice.
easy, you
It's
know.
so
Like,
nice.
Don't sweat over just moving. Just put the cue ball here. Put the cue ball here.
Just like all of the Europeans, incredibly sound fundamentals. I'm sure he's played a little of either English 8-ball or snooker.
This
in
is
his
a
day.
this is a little something here. You know, he's got to go 2 rails. Is he going to play it in the right hand side or he killed it?
Yep. I think he's going to actually be
He
perfectly
got
straight
far
in.
enough down.
Yeah, I think
look
he's
at that.
perfect. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get close to the 10 or the 9
That's-
rather, but
that's
yeah.
all.
And then just play it 1 rail straight back down, and he should be.
Yeah, we're so kind of used to a lot of these players getting
Hit
so
that
close.
one a little rough. Did you see that?
Yeah, he wiped
hit
his feet a
the-
little bit.
Wiped his feet a little bit there. That means he's not hitting. He's not seeing it that great now because usually these guys don't. They hit the center of the pocket every time.
Wow.
There we go.
But it's
Daryl's.
still one in and
Closes the gap just a little. 4-2.
Now, you two are familiar with Daryl Peach a little bit more
Sure.
than I am. Can you give me a little rundown or history?
of Daryl Peach.
Yeah,
Well,
I've been out of the game.
He
for
travels
100
more
years.
than the President of the United States. And just like Ralf Souquet, these guys, they don't stop. If you follow Daryl Peach, his motto is trains, planes, and automobiles because he's always taking a plane or train or a car. I mean, the guy goes to just about every tournament that he can.
Does he really?
Yeah,
Isn't
he's
that great?
unbelievable.
That's great.
And the same thing with Mr. Ralf Souquet.
And has
Ralf
Daryl
Souquet.
finished or won any major events?
Yes, he's won 2 tons of major events. We have you want to read them off? Here,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
I'll save
Read them
that.
to yourself and just announce the ones that you like.
Oh, you're gonna have to
Here we
look.
go. Daryl Peach set the break. It's 4-2. Daryl trailing by 2.
He got
Oh,
lucky.
he escaped the
Rack number
scratch in the
7.
side pocket there. Made a ball's got a shot.
Did he make
on-
something?
Yeah, he did.
And look at the 1-2.
It's like the 8-ball he made.
He gave a little hand gesture like, I let the cue ball go, and I got a little lucky that I didn't scratch.
Well, yeah.
I'll tell you what, I like this layout.
I don't hate it either. Look at that. That's a nice kill shot there.
Yeah.
He hit low center ball on the cue ball and just let the the draw, kill the speed.
Yeah, right, like halfway in between where he shot it and the 3-ball was, it stopped.
Yeah.
And then,
That's right. That's the kill shot. Beautiful. They use that a lot more in the snooker and English 8-ball games.
well, he's going to
They
get
use that
good
kill
on
shot.
his after the 2 to 3. He's got to get where he wants to be for the 4, because he surely doesn't want to play the combination. He wants to be above the 5 to play it inside.
It's kind of tricky from the
Right, yeah,
4 to the 5.
that's
so
where
3,
I see-
4, and 5 here is the only real issue. Let's see how he gets to the 3. Now, do you try to play it kind of tricky and aim your cue ball at the 9, or try to shoot in between those two?
Oh, you're saying for the side?
Yeah, or do you try to come underneath
Go
the
short.
10?
Go short and come
Or-
out.
Or you,
Go onto the short
say
rail,
draw,
swing it out.
draw 2
Right,
rails
right.
out?
It's a little dangerous, but it works.
That's what he did. It looks like he's going to hit perfect.
He heard you. No coaching.
Yeah, no coaching, no coaching.
This is perfect. He had a little angle just to get above, play
No,
the 5 in
I
the
say-
same side pocket.
A lot of players seem to have a nice touch for this, and they'll roll this. I like going to the top rail with this.
I kind of agree with you there. I definitely want to hit it, especially on this fast cloth.
I'm such a dog that I need to hit balls. If I start touching,
He had the right angle to do this
did, he did.
exactly. So
Yeah,
that's
I think
why.
I think that it was a little bit more
better
full
than we thought.
Yeah,
Right.
that tends to how it be when you're looking at a screen. It looks much different than it actually is.
Oh, would you stop that? You're looking at crystal clear screen right in front of you. Oh, get your eyes checked, pal.
Well, I'm trying to look at the different angles on the screen, like Snooki said earlier.
Yeah,
and it just doesn't help.
Yeah, that's when she's wrong. She blames it on the screen like the
I don't
like
do
the
that.
photographer blames it on when the pictures come out bad on the camera.
I do not. Blasphemy. Oh my goodness.
Blast for you.
the shutter speeds.
Yeah.
They messed him up. And meanwhile, looks like we're going to have a tight match here, 4-3.
Well, he's going to close the gap even further.
Yeah.
We got a little. He's all right, but he rolled an inch or two.
All right, within 1 of this match, 4-3 now in the race to 9. And Daryl says, hey, I'm still in this match here.
Oh yeah, you can't count anybody in this
No,
field.
for sure. But when
Don't
you
count
know
anybody out.
you're trailing by 3, it was 4-1, and now it's 4-3. Makes for exciting pool for all the spectators. And
Oh, do
people
we
at
have
home.
exciting pool?
We have a lot of exciting things here.
You're kidding. Wow. I got like these, I don't know, butterflies, like when you first fall in love with something. You know what I mean?
You have butterflies for me?
Well, this is a major event here, right here.
Oh, I thought
right,
it was for me.
right here
you
in the
know.
home court.
This is beautiful. I told you. I woke up today and it was like I woke up out of a dream. It's like Steinway Classic.
Yes.
Like it's here.
Again.
It was like Christmas
finally.
morning almost. Like yeah, it's here.
Well, I mean, really, we only get to see one of these major tournaments here at Steinway just a couple times a year. So, and this is really the event, you know.
Absolutely. Well,
And just to make everybody aware, sorry to cut you short, after this weekend, I'll be back the following weekend. We're going to be live streaming for free the NYC, the New York City 8-Ball Championships right here, and there'll be a free live stream. Last year, Jason Shore knocked it down. And Herb Pearson clocked Jason Shore in the worst 8-ball break that you could imagine, with like 3 or 4 clusters that you had to break open. And Jason did that and ran that rack in about 51 seconds. So that's coming up next weekend.
That doesn't
The
surprise
New York
me.
City 8-Ball Championships will free live stream that right from here, just to keep you guys aware of that. What a great shot.
Yeah, he chose to hit the small side of, or the thin side of the pocket there.
The manager, we have a guy here to call the manager Jose. He's like an icon here. He's one of the best guys you ever want to meet. I'm telling you, come here, ask for Jose, the manager.
He's got it. The good thing here is it does have a full pocket for that 4. It does make you look at it a few times for concern, but he does, if he gets good on it, it should be no problem.
Even if he nudges the 9 a tad, I still feel like it'll fall.
he's got more than 3/4 of the
Right,
pocket.
right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
These
It's
aren't-
even bigger pocket with that 9 right there. Really.
Yeah, especially if you hit the
think
the
it's
rail
a-
first, right?
Yeah, I mean, he'd have to hit it awful. I mean, awful in order to not make this. I mean, really.
I,
For my money, I'd bet on him making it.
yeah, that's true.
Well, no, I'm saying he'd have to hit it like really, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you'd have to hit it bad, and 1,000 miles an hour too.
Yeah, something to like double kiss it out or to do something crazy with it. You know
Well,
what
if you're
I mean?
trying to, sometimes you try to
No,
do
of
that in one
course.
pocket. You
Yeah,
know,
of
you
course.
might try to do that. So, but no issue for him. He's just going to go one rail forward, play the 7 in the side, and I mean, really, it's all about getting good on that 9
FYI,
at this point.
this isn't one pocket.
Yeah, I won't.
Ross, this is over.
Yeah, I'm not.
He's
I don't
going
think
out
it's.
on a limb. Okay,
I don't-
he's going out on a limb.
I'm not going to argue.
The
with
10
you.
is big there, you know. Though.
That's what I'm. That's
it is.
what I'm
It
thinking.
is big there.
That's what I'm thinking.
He's
I might
he's thinking of it
I
too.
might take the angle on the 8 to go 3 rails.
3 rails or 4 even if you want.
I think that's what. Or he might just draw it
No,
straight
he's
down.
just gonna draw it back.
Yeah, he's going to
not
draw it
doing
straight
that.
down table.
Yeah, he's just going to get in the center of the table.
Or he might elect to take the longer shot on the 9 just to make sure that he doesn't get snookered by the 10.
He's not gonna draw it that much, but he is gonna pull it back just a little.
He'll pull it back just below, just to the side pocket area.
Hey, he pulled that back a little more than I thought, actually.
Well, he actually
he's got to watch his
But
speed
he's
here.
gonna-
took the
It's perfect.
he took the angle to where it was impossible for him to get snookered
Paul
by the 10.
Stewart on
That's what he
table
did. So it was
4,
actually a pretty
Jesse
wise shot.
Palone, table 4. Paul Stewart and Jesse Palone on table 4.
Perfect.
Is that the Jay Lynn that I know?
What do we got here? 44.
David Berkowitz.
A race to
Race
5.
to 5.
Yowza, short race.
Yeah, race to 5. Either one could win, really.
Race to 5. Anybody
Can
Yeah,
beat anybody.
Yeah. That's about the only shot that like A or under players have against real good players if you're playing a short race. You
Yeah,
know?
I've seen many good players lose in those short races. We have a tournament here every Wednesday, and Earl and a number of other top players play in it. And I've seen Earl lose to a player who's like, I don't know, maybe an A plus
Right.
in a race to 5. You know?
Absolutely.
It happens, you know.
Well, even Earl plays. He's got to go to 5 because I was here actually a few Wednesdays ago, and Al's flashing all our sponsors. We'd like to thank them.
Absolutely.
And Wednesday before, and the kid Kevin, he played. George played. I played. A bunch of people from Norway, I believe, played. And like you said, yeah, it was
That's
a race to
excellent.
5. But when the pros played each other, I think they went to 7.
That makes sense. You definitely want that to be.
Now, in the
What
chat
would
room,
decide it?
Jay Lynn, is that the one that I know?
4-4, folks. We're going into game number 9. Daryl Peach set the break. The cue ball finds the
now,
side pocket on this break.
That's the
It's
third
just-
time he's been losing the cue ball on
And
the break.
again, why don't they, they don't make an adjustment? I don't understand.
You know, Ralf Souquet is a straight pool player. He might play this combination 110 just to get out here and go one game up. I mean, he's got the option.
I don't hate that shot at all.
He
I
doesn't.
Really
He
like
plays
it.
great combinations. He's a great straight pool player. He doesn't have to play it, but it's definitely one of his options.
Oh, he's going to take a look at it though. It's close.
Well, it's not on, but it's a makeable shot.
Yeah. It's not wired, but
He's going to go for the run out
Right.
though. I think that's wise.
Well, there's no clusters, and
Yeah,
that 3
exactly.
goes.
especially if you look at it and
Is
you're
that
like, I'm not like jumping for joy over it. Then you're better off just.
Well, right. Unless there's a cluster or something that it's
Or if
like
it's
a
just
difficult
dead
to
set
get.
in there, you know.
Oh yeah, or if it's dead dressed up and ready to
Ready
go.
to get
this
taken
one-
out.
Yeah, well that's different, but these
You
guys
make it
look
sound so inviting.
No, I'm just saying that this
At
isn't the
this
table
level.
inviting right now. Like it's an
Oh, my
open
goodness.
rack, and
Of course. The only thing I can see maybe a problem is if you hit the 4 too hard and it follows in with the 8
yeah,
for whatever
but
reason.
he's so not.
But
gonna
I
do
don't
that.
think
And then
he's
even
gonna
if he
do
does,
that.
he's got a long shot right on the 5, so
Yeah.
there's no danger there at all.
He
don't
shot
think so.
that 110 or 19 combination enough times to say
Yeah,
to
see, he hit
himself,
it really nice and easy. That's
if
perfect.
you miss it, you're like,
Mm-hmm.
why did I shoot that? I had an open table. Why did I shoot that?
Yeah.
So he's missed it a few times. I'm sure he's made it a bunch
I just
of
want to
times.
give you a quick update. Alex Kazakis out of Greece just defeated Dennis Okolo 9-6 to send
Yowza.
Dennis over to the B side.
Wow.
Dennis was
What
like
an
the
upset.
highest person that went into Calcutta for like 2,000. But he's
Yowza.
not out of it. He's just on the B side.
Well, his backers are probably unhappy right now.
Not really.
Wow.
I mean, listen, I watched that kid play last night
That
in a
kid.
match.
I love it.
Well, he's not old, so.
I know. But
Can't I call anybody under 30 a kid?
you? How old are you?
I'm over 30, let's put it that way.
Oh,
You can call him a
I was
kid.
trying to
Well, they call me the skateboard kid, so I guess whatever.
I haven't seen you on that thing.
I have
In
it
a
here.
while.
I have it here.
Do you really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
What, you got a longboard?
No, I have a shortboard because you can carry it around easier.
Right,
It's just
yeah.
lighter.
Not one of those really short boards. Like the new style, you see them running
I've seen
around,
'em, yeah.
like the old school 70s,
I think
Big
they're pretty
wheels.
cool. I like them.
Yeah.
I like them.
the fin tails.
I'll tell you what's really great right now is they've got a lot of electronic skateboards coming out, and I'm waiting for that technology to be a little bit more perfected before I get one.
Oh, he hit that a little short.
Yeah,
Well, he was
I'm
a little short.
surprised.
He was a little short on the 7 as well. So, I mean, goes to show you when you get out of line a little bit, it's not the easiest thing to get back into it. But
He's
see how-
fine though.
no, he's fine. He's
Yeah.
it's what I call
He's
cut
the
cut
Kaiser.
makeable is what I say.
He's got to
Cut-a
go
makeable.
above the side
Cut
here.
and
He might
makeable.
go
I
3
like that.
rails for this.
I like that.
There's a few of them. You'll get used to
All
them.
right.
if you do.
Beautiful.
50
He's
yard
going to try
line.
to. Well, he wanted to play it in the same pocket, and look at this. He's come up short a third time, which is
This is cut makeable too.
confusing. Kind of makeable. This is my least favorite shot on the 10 ball. Let's put it that way. He's going to have to come with a little bit of a draw stroke too, because if he follows it, then he's going to go right in the pocket.
Know what you think when you're shooting this?
He doesn't think.
No,
don't.
you can't
don't.
think.
You don't think. You say, I'm going
You
to make
just close
this.
your eyes and stroke.
I'm going to make this. Not what if I miss.
Oh, of course. He's the massive favorite to make it, especially on these pockets.
Perfect.
Hit it perfect too.
A hanger.
And
All
like
right,
with that
5-4.
speed
No
too,
doubt.
with that speed to where even if he did hit it a tad rough, it was still
It was
fall.
full.
You know,
Right. Use pocket speed.
he was a very wise speed there.
Yeah, if you use the pocket speed or the correct speed for the shot, even
Those pockets
if-
play very forgiving.
even if you hit it a little bad, your percentage goes up.
Right there on your screen, folks. I'm heading up after the New York City 8-Ball Championships. We'll be going up to Snookers in Providence, Rhode Island, November 21st through the 22nd. It's a banner event plus cash and trophies. You win this tournament, you get a banner up in Snookers in the New England Billiards Hall of Fame room. We'll be up there to bring you that. And that's going to be a free live stream. And last time I was there and this tournament took place, I believe we had 74 or close to 84 players. So stay tuned for that. I'll keep you abreast of all the promotions. You can follow Upstate Al right on Facebook or AZB, azbilliards.com. Back to the match. Ralf Souquet set the break.
Look at this. He hits
Opened
him
up.
a million miles an hour again, and he's going to scratch again. Is he?
Slow down,
just
slow
barely.
down. Look at the 10 now.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
He would have scratched. It would have been like going to the guillotine.
Because of the 10 ball
Daryl's
right
go-
there.
This is a good safe right here.
Really? I think
you
that he's
play-
just
you
going to
play-
pocket it. He's
I-
got a pocket in the side, isn't he?
Well,
He's got the 10 as a hanger too.
he can roll it and then hold position or just like give it a little punch follow, you know, and then still have a shot for the 2 in the bottom left-hand
I
corner.
still like him to go run out. Yeah.
If
but
he's got the angle, he can go one rail and spin on the bottom of the 2 for the 2 in the side pocket. Let's see what Daryl decides to do here. He just punched it
Yeah,
forward.
he just hit it
that's all.
perfect.
And he's got perfect angle to get between the 310 to shoot the 3 in the bottom left-hand corner.
You got to come with just a little bit of left-hand English on this shot, just to make sure that it doesn't come and touch the 7.
Well, you want to save the angle on the 3 to get back up table for the 4.
True. You don't
You
want
know.
to put too much English on it, and he came up perfect.
That 1 ball to the 2 and the 2 ball to the 3, it's over. The key shots are.
Right here's the key shot. Because the 6 ball's hanging.
No problemo.
I mean, if you really overhit that, you might have gotten complicated, but he's perfect.
That's all.
And he's got
that one in
perfect
the
angle,
side,
too.
the one in the side to the 2 and then the 2 was real good.
Yeah, the shot was really the one.
I didn't see the 2 going down corner. I was thinking when I first glanced at it that he needed to play in the side, and it wasn't the right shot. So that's why I alluded to saying just stick him there because it was an easy shot.
Now here's kind of tricky, because similar to the other rack where Ralph had a combination in this same exact pocket, if you remember, you don't want the 6 ball to follow the 8 ball. That's the tricky part, because then you will be left kind of awkward on the 7 ball.
All right, he's going to get a little angle here.
Look at this
How
stroke.
about if you just get a little closer? That makes it not want to fall in.
Closer. That was what?
Here
Oh,
we go.
arid,
Here we go.
arid.
You know what you might do here? You might play this ball in such a way to where you intentionally follow
Double
the
click.
6 into the pocket and you play position on the 7. That's how I would probably play this ball.
Ooh, yeah?
Yeah.
I wouldn't, because
like-
if you don't
You're
hit
shooting
it
that
right,
shot for your money. You're not shooting that shot for my
I like
money.
no, I like that shot, because then you get to hit it so hard. Now look at this. This positional shot isn't super easy,
listen,
because the other shot he actually had a good angle to come down for the
if
7.
I'm backing you for a match and you shoot that shot, I'm gonna thump your head.
We're out.
Just
You're
so
on
you
your
know.
own.
Really.
I happen to like that.
Yeah,
shot.
if you like that shot, you feel
I do.
comfortable with
I
that
do
shot.
feel comfortable with that shot.
It's fine.
That's why.
You can
Like
shoot.
I
Looks
said-
like he's putting super reverse on this to keep it straight.
Well, he's gonna play it down for the side. There
Yeah.
you go.
Right.
That's perfect. And
Or
he's
the
got a
corner.
beautiful angle.
Either way, corner or the side, and he's perfect on this. Looks like he's going to play it in the corner.
He's got to play it in the
Side.
side.
I think in the side and
because
corner.
he's got the
You
well,
gotta-
he can roll past it. It's a
think-
little dangerous.
I
Though.
think
is
that you got to play it
dangerous.
in the corner.
I think he's got to play it. Oh, he's gonna play it in the corner.
And he's going to hit it soft, pocket speed.
Wow, and comes with a little inside too. You see
Well,
that?
because he punched it.
He
That means he
punched it a little bit.
shortened the angle
Yeah.
a little.
I like that
Because if he
shot
had
a
hit
lot.
it at a moderate speed, that was right in the
Right
soup.
in the side, yeah.
You're right,
If he
you're
just
right.
followed it, and here we go. We're going to
Is
give
it going to
Daryl-
be 55 here?
Absolutely.
Double
I think
nickels.
so.
Double nickels. Speed limit.
And
We got
this-
a match. We got a match, guys.
This
Isn't
is a nice
exciting?
race to 9 for the even at this level. A race to 9 is sufficient, I believe.
I think this is exciting.
In
Are you
10
kidding?
ball?
He had him 4-1, and now it's double nicks.
There's nothing quite like a match that is head-to-head the whole time, because you get to see the pressure that each player applies on the other player.
Yeah, well,
And
now
it's got an
they're-
interesting dynamic, the
Now
whole
they're
match.
tied up, but last match was tied up all the way until 5.
And then Alex ran away with it.
Until Alex went ahead 6-5, and then 7-5, 8-5, and then, well, we all know.
And
Then
what?
we all know what happened.
9-5.
The rest is in the history books.
Wah, wah, wah. But they was neck and neck.
Neck and neck.
It went neck and neck. It was 9-5.
Snooki, is he going to take a little bit of this
Table
power off the
25.
break, or is he just going to do it the same thing?
I'll tell you
Is
one
he
thing.
going to do the same thing again? What do
Crazy.
you think? What do you
I
think?
know. I
think
think.
crazy.
I know. I
You
Keep
think
doing
crazy?
it, yeah. Keep doing the same thing over and over, right?
No, not me.
Isn't that the definition of insanity?
Insanity. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
All right, watch. You know, he's been making that 2 ball.
He
going
has
around the
been, yeah,
table.
but he's been hitting him
Watch
a little hard.
the 5 and the 6 towards the side pocket. If he breaks him
That
good.
cue ball's been getting kicked around a little something, something.
See,
Well,
now he
it
hit
went
him
straight
really
back.
perfect.
Now, yeah, it
Here
came
comes that
straight
2
back.
ball
Are you a fortune teller?
and the 3.
No, you're a fortune
Well,
teller.
those are the balls that likely go around the table in the 10 ball break. You know that.
Oh yeah.
And he's been making it.
And he took a lot off of that, too.
He did take a little bit off of that. I look at the success he had as well.
Well, those 2 balls you really don't want to count on, the ones going around the horn and falling, although he made both of them, because generally you want to make the one in the side or the corner if you play that shot, or the 2 balls in back of that. They're the ones that go to the side.
Right.
And that is the key break. Like if you can,
That's the
That's-
Shane patented
that's the
break.
lockdown break. Yeah. Nice safe there. He
It's got to go a little further.
left a little peaky.
Peaky?
Yeah, but it's not easy to get the one safe from here,
No, absolutely not.
because the one he's going to be cutting it, and then the one's going to hit the 6, and the one's not going to have much movement. So he's got to figure out
Can he
how to
make
get separation.
Hide or
Can he make
separation.
it? Does he thread the needle between the 5-6? Is it makeable
Wow.
back cutting it?
Oh, that's a crazy shot.
He's looking at it.
Oh, no. I think he's looking at where he doesn't want to leave the one.
Only with your money we're shooting that shot.
I'll let Ralf Souquet shoot for my money.
I
But that I don't think he has a whole pocket.
no, I don't think he does
No,
either.
no,
I think
he
the
does
5
not.
precludes him.
If
from
he had a
making
whole
that ball.
pocket, I'd let him shoot it.
Can he clip? No, this is a big angle here. He
I,
can't.
I think you got to let the cue ball go on this a little bit and try and go 1, 2, 3.
Just miss the 8 and go
Or else.
inside.
Yeah,
inside
come all
English.
the way down. Yeah.
But then the problem with that is both the 6 and the 1 are going to be moving in that area, and I think that you're going to end up colliding with one of
Oh,
them.
I mean,
kiss shot.
can he clip the 1 and swing around with the cue ball just above the
Hold on,
A
let me
ball?
go out there and ask Ralph.
Three, go ask him. I mean,
be right
really,
back.
tell him to let us know what he's thinking.
He doesn't know what he's thinking right
Just
now.
tap him on the shoulder right
Well,
now.
you
Be
know
like, hey,
something,
Ralph, why don't you let
for
us
a
know?
champion like Ralph to be thinking about this has got to be one of the most crucial shots because he wants to go up on top. You know, it's 5-5.
This is a big
Well,
game.
it is. I was just about to say this is a big
Can he
game
play the
because
6?
he was in the lead
He's
for
looking
1.
at the shot that I said the back cut.
He
That's
can
what
play
he's
the
looking at.
6. He can play the 6, but that's
I don't think he can make this.
a
1.
suicide shot. I feel like they're
I
all.
just-
I
I
feel like they're all
just-
suicide shots at this point.
Cutting the 1 in is a better shot than that.
Well, the problem with
No, I
that is
mean-
how can you control the cue
Well-
ball for the 4 even if you did make it?
yeah, I don't know. We're going to sit back and see.
I like bumping the 1 straight on into the 6.
Okay.
The 1 deflects towards the
5,
5.
right.
And the cue ball on the other side of the table.
Just leave it up there.
Ralph just called something. I'm not sure. He spoke to Daryl. He made sure Daryl acknowledged him. Maybe he's playing the 1 in the upper left-hand corner off the 6. No, that's the worst shot that I
See,
just called.
did I say the 3 rail? Clip the 1 and go
No.
3 rails above the A ball
Yeah,
with the cue
we
ball.
saw. I saw that ball, but like that shot. But like I said, the 1 and the 6 moving in that area, he got a little
I
fortunate to
know.
even get this far away.
Well, he's left a shot. I think I would have liked
He
to
did.
move the cue ball a little bit more than that. But that's exactly the cue. No, I mean that's the shot that I was talking about.
I think that he hit it a little bit thin.
We got a
I think
live
that he tried- I think
diagnosis
that he
going
tried
into
to
this
hit it
shot.
no,
better.
that's the only shot that I said.
think he was trying
wasn't
to hit it a little
diagnosing
thinner than that,
anything.
honestly.
We're having a lot of fun is what we're doing.
And listen, you know me very well. Know that I play a lot of safety play, and I see these ridiculous little things. I get creative with that ball. So I would have, that's the shot that I saw. The only thing is
4-ball.
I liked the shot, but I think that I just felt
Oh,
like
Going
wow.
to the 5 and he
Wow.
got
Oh,
bad
no,
on it.
that's
he might be snookered here.
No, he's not.
Oh wow, he got lucky to
He-
even be able to see the 5 here.
He rushed that a little bit. He didn't take his give that shot enough respect to kind of kill it.
It's
to where
also
it
a
got.
brand new cloth, and so those shots do slide a lot more than you'd expect them to.
Yeah, he let it go.
Well, here it's simple. You just
Safe.
hit about 50% of the half ball hit. Go behind the
6,
6
7
and
blockers.
try to bank the 5 past the 9 at the same time. So you got 3 blockers to get them with. Or you could cut the ball towards the 6, the 5 ball towards the 6, and put the cue ball behind the 9. I think those are both good alternative shots.
Yeah, he's got
I
it.
could send you should send the 5 to the short rail, bring the cue ball down somewhere on the short rail down here behind the 9
Yeah,
somewhere.
I like that way too.
How about you just fire it cross side in and park
I
the
think
cue
the
ball
7
right
ball's
there?
in
How
the
about
way.
we remember it's 5-5,
Yeah, that's true.
and the guy doesn't want to just shoot for some crazy.
The other problem is that we are playing call shot, call safe, so it's not like you can get away with a lucky safety on that.
No, there's no two-way right there.
Yeah, there's
so
no two-way
I
shots.
like him putting it up by the Brunswick plaque, the 5, and send the cue ball down here past the 9.
You just got to be careful about. Does he go above the side pocket or below the side pocket with the cue ball?
He doesn't
See what
know.
I'm saying?
He can go above still. Below, he's risking the 10,
Yeah.
hitting the 10.
You see what I'm saying, right? With
Yeah,
that angle.
I totally see what you're saying. But the thing is, in order for him to get the 5 to the short rail on the Brunswick plaque, he's got to cut that 5
Pretty thin.
pretty thin.
Yeah.
So he can get to the short rail above the side pocket there.
Looks like he's going with the other way, and trying to put the cue ball behind the 6. Oh no.
No, he did my shot.
He did that. That's
Dun,
exactly
dun,
perfect.
dun.
Yeah, he hit it a tad.
Nah, he let him see
Tad
it, but
heavy.
it's still.
That's your second bad save. You played snook.
No. I played it perfectly. He played it wrong.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
He's going to get stuck here.
After this, Daryl's going to take some lessons from Snooki.
He signed up already. What are you kidding me?
Gotcha. You already got the money locked down?
Listen, while Ralph was at the table, he just came over and was like, yo, Snooks, I need help. I know you've been helping everybody. And
Well, you do play a hell of a safety. I remember that. We've played many times.
You have fallen victim to that one.
I have fallen victim to the
He's another safety.
Snooker safety.
He's another safety behind the 6.
That's exactly the shot. You have the problem here is that this table does have a little bit of a roll to it, so you have to put up with that here.
Behind the 6.
Look at this, he hit it perfect though. Gosh, Ralph is such
an
incredible
fun to be
professional.
Right. It's fun to be right.
the guy just doesn't make mistakes.
Listen, they all got the 7. No.
There's a one rail kick here.
Yeah,
but
how are you going to try to hit this? You're going to try to whack it and get lucky, or are you going to try to
You can't whack it. There's no lucky. You have to call shot, call safety.
No, not by lucky. I mean lucky with the safety. Try to get separation, right?
Well,
what kind of speed do you hit this kick with? That's the question. Do you hit it with like a
you
medium speed or soft even?
There's a limit to blockers down here, so he's going to have to try to get fortunate and very much send it uptown.
Do you think you could go in off here into the pocket down by the 10?
No, that's if he hits behind the 5.
Yeah, behind the 5. But that's how he's got to hit it, isn't it?
He's got to hit it a little more in the face and try to bypass that 10.
Oh, it looks like he's going to go for the jump shot. What, is he calling the ball or is he calling safe? If he calls the ball, he could go right in the side. I
didn't see that he could call that. He's probably just calling a safety and maybe 3-rail it out.
Yeah.
No.
Wow. Or just go off the table. I think that he was playing it because he hit that side of the ball to where it looked like
he was playing it. I don't know if he called. I don't remember seeing him.
No, because he hit the right side of the ball. So
true.
To make it, in other words, if he was trying to play safe, like you were saying with the 3-rail safe, he would have hit the other side of the ball, and he wouldn't have even jumped off the table at that.
Well, maybe he was, and that's why
maybe
he hit it wrong.
That bad. Yeah.
And maybe that's why he jumped it off the table.
That's possible too. Yeah. I guess even with the jump shot, I give these guys a lot of credit.
You go over there and ask him.
Yeah, I should. Yeah. Yo, Daryl.
Yo, D.
Yo, D.
We're still at 5-5, right?
We are at 55.
Yeah, we are.
This has been a long tactical game, and we love to see that.
I love it. Are you kidding me? I feel like I'm playing.
That's right up your alley.
It is.
You don't like to watch them break and run. You want to see the safety game.
No, I like that too.
You like
Come
both
on,
of
are you kidding me? You can appreciate a guy who can,
runaway train.
Runaway train, like Alex in the last match, the last 5 games or 4 games rather.
Deshane and Shaw do that real good too.
We have a history of a catch-up game the first time.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, you tell everyone that. I don't even tell people that.
I'll tell you that story. I was that was a number of years ago. I think I want to say about 5 years ago. I played Snooki for the first, or I believe it was maybe the second time we played, and I was ahead in a race to 7. I was ahead 6-0, and she came with her safety game, like she was saying, and put me to sleep and beat me 7-6.
Yeah,
I'll never forget it. You came back on me. I'll never forget it. After that, I was like, okay, this girl can play. This girl can play.
All right, Ralf Souquet on the 9 ball, looking to put one more beat up on his side, guys.
65 coming up.
Well, should he make this? He takes the lead once again. There you have it, 6-5.
Smooth.
Sorry about that, guys out there.
Looks like Ko Pin Chung is ahead 5-2 on the table with which is in our view right now. Table 13 there. What a strong player he is. Brother of the world champion.
Been neglecting my chat people out there. How's everybody doing in the chat? Hope you're enjoying the tournament thus far.
That's one good thing with the chat. They can just interact with themselves. And
oh, it is.
I mean,
but
if
I like
if they have a question, we can
yeah.
try and answer if they can.
How's the stream looking out there, everybody? Looks like pretty good to us.
Hi, Jared. Hey, Jay. It is who I think it is. Can't be another Jalen. Has to be the one that I know.
All right. Now, notice how he took a little bit of power off the break. Once again, I think that they're finally figuring out that a nice medium hard break is more effective.
Oh,
and
I'm
he
back.
made a bunch of balls now.
You're back.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I had to go run out to the table. What were you guys talking about? I had to fill him in on the break. I told him to lighten up on the break a
so
little
you
bit.
coached him, and it's on
Illegal coach.
Are you
You
not allowed
know-
to do that?
Ball in hand.
I'll
No.
be back again. Hold on.
All right, go back.
Go back.
Tell
I'll
him
be back, folks.
you
I'm
gotta
going to
tell him
run
to
around
re-
and going to look at some of the matches.
He's
There's
gotta
so much
re-break.
going on here. And
Yeah,
we
why
have
don't you come and fill us in
Snook
on
and
all
Ross
those
are doing
matches.
a fabulous job,
Fabulous.
and I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okie dokie.
Thank
So
you.
what do you like for this safety, Miss Safety Master?
I can't say I'm a safety master, but
I would
you
say
know,
that you're very good at safeties.
thank you.
Oh, he
There
looks
is
like
no
he's pushing
safety
out.
though because
He's pushing out though. No, he could see the ball though slightly, I think, couldn't he? Oh, he's tying up the. You know what? Ralph is just one of the wisest players. He's
yeah,
tied
but
up.
look at what he did.
I just want to let you guys
He
know
tied
something.
it up, but he didn't leave a shot. I'm
No, of
sorry,
course he
Al.
didn't leave
Go
a
ahead,
shot.
Al.
Let me bring you up to date. I don't know if you know Frenchie. He's from Chicago. That
Yeah,
backs
yeah,
Dennis. Dennis and Mike DeShane are going to play for $20,000 right here at Steinway,
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
right on table 3, which is a triple shim table. And if we can, we'll try to get you guys some of that. But we got a professional world tournament just about going on right here.
Absolutely.
We're not going to switch over there. We'll try to give you updates if it takes place, and if it's the end of the night and we have no more stream tables on the regular tournament, then I'll elect to switch the cameras over to that event, to that match. If I can, I'll have to get the okay from both players and their promoters. I will do it.
That would be a treat for our viewers,
and
wouldn't
that's
it?
just an extra treat, okay?
That's
That's what's happening right now at Steinway.
Awesome.
Well,
As we
that was a
watch.
really tough hit because those the side pocket is always there on that along that line. If you look at down, we have a great angle right here. If you look down the line, you see that both of those points are incredibly large when you're coming at it from the angle with which he came at it. And he did touch the point and just barely missed the hit.
Mm-hmm.
But now he made a incredibly smart decision early on in the rack, and he tied up the 4 and the 7. And so we're going to see if maybe Daryl can run out and try to either play the 4 in the upper right-hand corner or play the combination. What do you think?
And Mike's going to get the 8 in
It
that
really
match.
depends on how he gets on that too.
Well, he's got ball in hand, so he should be able to get pretty good on the from the 1 to the
Still
2.
depends on it.
Well, of course it
Of
does.
course.
It looks like he's just going to play to the center of the table and not try to get fancy on the 2-ball position. Just going to punch out center table.
Frank Itani, 21.
It looks, I mean,
It's hard to say at this point.
it looks like he's looking at the combination.
He is, but that 7 is out just a little.
It's just out a little, and it
It's
makes
out.
it tricky when it's out a tad. Do you try to contact the rail first with the 4, or do you try to cut it? You know what I mean?
Look, he's setting up for that
Wow.
combo.
And
He's
just
got to
another
feel comfortable with
Another quick update, that match is just unfolded. It's not taking place for some reason or another. So that challenge match isn't going on. They were there talking and balking and getting ready, and the money's there, and
it. It
all of
takes
a sudden it
time.
unfolded. Back to this match as we have 2 champions right here on our main table.
So it looks like he is going to try to hit the rail first with the 4 ball. In other words, just cut the 4 into the rail, and then the 4 ball will go off of the rail into the 7. It's going to be difficult to control the position of the 4 on that shot, though. Yeah, and he didn't. He didn't. He let the cue ball roll forward. So what do you do here as far as I'm sure he's forced to play a safety at this point. What do you think? Or do you want to fire in the cross rail?
No,
Cross
it's easy to send it up past the 8 ball and cue ball behind is 10. It's another, just a basic safe.
I like that shot.
I don't think he wants to get aggressive and try to like cut it up corner, something like you and I would try.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Well, when we're playing around, that's
Well,
definitely
yeah.
what we would do, right? Yeah.
Not when we're playing for 10,000.
Is that what they're playing for here?
I don't know what the payouts are exactly. I'm just.
I know that there is quite a lot of money added, though.
Yes.
Manny has put up a ton of cash here.
See, past the
And,
8.
gosh,
Oh,
he got a
he hit
little
it.
unlucky
Yeah,
kiss
yeah.
there, right?
You know what? He hit that. He hit that for fuller than he should have. He had to just kind of like pinch it so it kind of just spits out.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
Maybe
send it up.
put a little bit more right on it. A little
Well,
bit more
I mean, he
spin.
doesn't have a favorable shot. He sees it.
But if you let Ralf Souquet see the entire ball, he's liable to do something crazy.
Well,
Like he could
sure.
bank this straight back even if he got a little frisky.
Well, if he's confident enough, he can clip the 4 on the left side and bring the cue ball right back down here
Behind the 9 and the 10.
behind the 9 and the 10.
You have to make a very thin contact though.
Very thin contact, or he can use even a little,
Inside.
very little inside.
At that distance, the inside might cause a little bit of a masse,
right?
right?
Right.
So then you have to aim to miss the entire ball. It's tricky.
Just
Tricky
about.
situation.
It is.
Or you know what he might be able to do is just
I've
hit
seen-
half ball.
I've
He
seen
might be able to hit
Efren-
half ball and put the 1 down or the 4 ball down behind the 9.
I've seen Efren play this safety very nicely, actually.
Oh, there it is.
He played that.
He hit it too thick, and that was the risky part of it. And now he's sold out a shot. And Daryl Peach is looking to play, I believe, 2 rails to the left and play the 6 in the side of the corner.
Oh, he's got it pretty easy here.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
just in the side pocket here.
Oh.
Oh, see, he was bridging slightly over the ball, and it caused him to put a little bit more spin than he intended. And then
Yowzer.
now, yeah, caused him to miss.
That's a yowzer in my book. Yowzer.
He had no business missing that ball. Yeah,
Wow.
I don't believe so. And you can't give Ralph all these opportunities because he's just going to punish you time and time
No.
again.
And he, I'm thinking Ralph made such a huge mistake and gave him, pretty much turned the rack over to him, but that miss, really, wow, what a gimme at that point,
What a turnover this is, because that's the difference between 6-5. I'm sorry, 6-6 and 7-5, and isn't that a huge game?
Isn't that? You're right. And not that Ralph isn't, confident, but again, you were in the lead 4-1, and the guy comes back at you. All of a sudden, it's 5-5, and now you've taken the lead once again by 1, and you're given the opportunity, like you said, to come back tied up. Now you've turned the rack back over to Ralph, and should he make these 2 balls and come in 2-game lead now?
And the latter half of the match, and just a short race to 9.
Yeah,
that's huge.
they're over the hump. They're past the halfway point now. There we go, a 2-game lead, 7-5 in a race to 9.
And I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. Next match coming up right here on the live stream is going to be Chang Yu Swang, the champion of the U.S. Open, playing Ko Pin Yi right here. The match will be up next.
Yowza.
So, guys, I'm going to flash
What
it up
a
on
match.
the screen. I'm going to put it up on the screen, and if you can take a screenshot and help promote it, there it is right there. Ko Pin Yi versus Chang Yu
Post us up on Facebook.
Swang.
We're going to
Swang.
be
I have a Chinese
streaming it.
interpreter
coming up
beside
soon.
me, and they can tell me it in American, and I still can't pronounce it. But there you have it. The U.S. Open champion just won it, playing Ko Pin Yi, super champion.
You could just
Next.
do Ko versus you, and then we'll call it good, right?
There you go. Call it good.
You guys are terrible.
Yeah.
Here we go. Right back to the main match at hand. Mr. Ralf Souquet. Why do I want to call him Souquet? Ralph's.
Because you're thinking about Sean
Because he's the
Souquet.
Kai's.
Okay.
No,
he's
he's
the Kai.
thinking
Oh,
of
Sean
Souquet.
Souquet.
John
He
Yeah.
leads here.
Souquet.
He leads here 7-5. Going into game 13.
And look, he did once again. He took a little bit off the break. And
3-ball. 3-ball feathers off the 10, goes right into the pocket. The 1 ball has a shot. Whether the 7 goes into the side pocket past the 9 is yet to be seen.
And
looks
you did it.
tight. Looks tight. I did it. I did the lean.
You did the lean into the screen shot.
The screen lean. You know, even if he doesn't have the 7, it's a very easy safety. But, you know, you're not going to see Ralf rushing any shot. Very cool and calculated
he
player.
He wants to keep this lead, obviously,
but he really takes his time. You know, he doesn't rush a situation. Always cool and calculated. Looks the table over. Something that we could all learn from, really.
That's experience.
Yeah. Didn't win 5 World Pool Master titles by doing without the experience that he has. Unprecedented, and most likely no one will ever beat that feat. Side corner pocket, corner pocket, just barely.
Wow, flirting with that pocket.
Flirting with a disaster there.
All right. Sorry for stepping away, but there's so many people approaching the booth. It's unbelievable. I wish I was hitting, but nowhere to hide. And not that I want to avoid everybody. Everybody's such nice. They just have some simple questions.
And we're lucky we are far enough away from the table itself to where they won't be hearing us. That's good. And we do have a bunch of people in between us as well, talking. This is a tricky little shot here. How do you play this?
It's actually not as bad. Just come 2 rails, yeah, like that.
If you're parked in PC Richards, you're not parked in PC
Well, he just
We
made
have
that
yet
shot.
to-
He
we
made that
have-
shot look easy. I didn't feel like that was that easy.
Yeah,
Really.
he's looking at the 7 because I think it's he might
He
have
played a
like
carom, maybe. He might
like
have to play
half a
carom.
pocket, or he might have. He's looking right now where to get on the 6 to get on this possible carom to the side pocket, like you said.
The carom's tricky because then you might not have a shot at the
Well,
7.
the carom, yeah, because you might tie it up with the 8.
Yes, but it might go. It might go. We're sorry. Apologies for. We were not exactly sure if it goes at this point. Judging on how he's looking at it, it looks like it must.
Hey, Jared. Yeah, with me in the booth is Ross Lacey. That's who you hear that's commentating, Ross Lacey.
Yeah, this
And of
definitely
course,
goes in
Al.
the side. Based on how he played it, he definitely goes in the side. Now, do you try to bump the 9 ball slightly? You might have to bump the 9 ball slightly in order to get good on the 8.
If you do, you just want to just.
I think he can just bypass
Just
it.
feather it.
Yeah,
just
like
this,
that. Yeah.
Now, I think he wanted to hit a little fuller than that, though, right?
Yeah, but you don't want. I mean, it's sending it towards the side. So I mean, he's not.
He's
such
he's
this
fine.
is a great shot maker. That
Yeah, this is not going to be difficult for Ralf.
it's not his ideal shot, but yeah. Ooh, wiped his feet a little, something.
He hit it a tad thin, but you can get away with that on these pockets with the brand new cloth.
Looks like Ralf is about to go up on the hill here against Daryl Peach. What a match this has been. Whoever gets to the table owns the table. And Ralph's going to do everything in his power to keep Daryl right in that seat. He knows Daryl can come back and hit him with it.
Absolutely.
Ralf on the hill.
On the hill.
Are we going to want to clean the table after this match? Is that you can?
Not my call,
Not your call.
but it looks like they should.
Yeah, looks a tad.
Yeah,
There's the-
these cloths are new, and it doesn't look it on the screen, but there's just a lot of chalk and powder, and it just looks all scuffed up. But these cloths
That's that Kamui chalk.
are new.
It tends to put a little bit more visible marks on the table.
How do you like that match coming up? Ko Pin-Yi against Kevin Chang.
In prospect, one of the best matches you can possibly hope for.
I suppose.
The world #1 versus the U.S. Open 9-ball champion.
Current, yeah. We'll just have to see how this one pans out.
Well, don't count Daryl Peach out yet. He is an incredibly consistent player, and if given an opportunity in this rack, look for him to make a strong comeback at Ralf. If you can see, you can't see him sitting in his chair, but Daryl still looks very interested. Still looks like he's ready to get up and take control if given the opportunity.
Did you think he'd be uninterested?
Well, I mean, some
No,
players, when
I
you get
know.
behind in the match, you might be a little bit perturbed. You might be a little bit
Aloof.
aloof. Yeah, I like
Table
that.
7, Jimmy Kahn and Duke Lamb on 7. Jimmy Kahn, Duke Lamb, table 7.
Wow, what a break. Now, he got robbed on about 3 balls there, and he does leave a shot
So speed.
for
He's got
Daryl.
a very open shot. And
Now, you're going to have to jack up on this slightly, and the 4 ball can be in the game here,
well,
right?
the 3 and the 4 is the key. I think is the key shot here. The 3 to the 4.
Oh, no. He overran position,
Yeah.
and he's got a unfavorable kick and prospect here. Do you try to go with the long rail, or do you try to go to the short rail here down
Short rail.
the short rail by the Brunswick here? Yeah.
Why not? He might double bank it right next to the 6 and leave him. Even if he sees it, he's not the greatest of shots.
You just don't want to give Ralf ball in hand here, but as long as you make a decent contact, I think that you still have a shot to get back to the table because of the tricky layout that we're looking at here.
Like I said, the 3 to the 4 is because you've got
The 6
like
is
a
in the
sys-
way for the
no,
3
the
rail,
7.
right?
No, I mean if he makes the shot on the 3, unless he can swing around, now he's opened up a little bit more window as far as that was a great shot. And
Looks like he
it,
called that ball.
Yeah.
See,
No.
we're unaware whether or not they call the ball sometimes, so apologies for that. But now Daryl's got an open shot at the 2 into the upper left-hand corner.
I just want to see what he does from the 3 to the 4 because
That's
he's
the
got
tricky situation.
between the 10 and the 7, somewhere between there.
Wow,
He's got
he made that shot look easy. That was a tough little
The
slight
thing
back
is
cut.
that the 5 is no longer. See, before the 5 was a factor because whatever he was going to do with the 2, he was going to eliminate that out of the way. And the 5 is in the way, but if he can go between, off the rail and then above the 7-9 for the 4, then he's good, just like this.
The side pocket's in the game there, though.
The
The side pocket's in the game
He's
there,
got
though.
a point. He's got a point.
Wow.
See, the 5 was in that way before for him to do that, but he eliminated the 5 factor and opened up that middle so that he could do this. Before the 5 ball was a factor, and the only space that he had was if he just kind of shortened the rail and hit between the 7-10, had that open spot there. But he.
Do you get crazy with this and go with like a low punch rail first to try to get to the 6? You see the shot?
No, I think he punched right through, between the 7-10. I mean, yeah, 7-9.
Oh, wow. Did he
7-10
thread?
is what I thought. He really threaded that needle.
He really threaded the needle there. That was...
I thought he was going to punch between 7
And you know what was really brilliant about that is if he does slightly hit the 7 there, he would still end up good. Comes 2 rails with the cue ball. And he's in really good shape here. Just a slight draw shot with a little bit of right spin. Make sure you get the right angle on the 8 to get to the 9, because the 9 is in somewhat of a tricky situation. From the 8 to the 9, in other words, is not a gimme.
Yeah. I mean, the 8 is this hanger right there on the side pocket, so we're good.
Yeah, you're good, but you do need to get good on the 9. So this is the whole game right here. Now, I think that you just play this with high, inside, and come straight, sort of like halfway between the table here.
He doesn't need to put that much inside, actually.
Just a tad,
He's
just a little bit.
Just a tad.
Just
I
a little
mean,
bit.
Somewhere between 12 and 1. Oh, he
went
see,
to the
I
dr-
don't. I
no
don't.
way! Don't get behind.
No, he
them.
got perfect. He just that was just way.
I don't think the risk
That
factor there.
was-
I don't like the risk factor
I didn't
there.
like that either. But
I mean, who are we
That's why
to
he's
judge
there.
the world champion? But I don't. I would have taken a half ball hit on the 9 and then gone back and forward just to make sure I don't get behind the 10. But he got away with one there.
Well, I got news for you. He's not dead in the water either.
No.
He's not.
absolutely
6
not.
to 8. I like it. He's gonna make a match out of this. Like I said, Daryl's a strong, hardened competitor.
Well, I said it in the game previous to this one here, prior to this one, that if Ralf Souquet lets Daryl back out of the seat, he could win it. And Daryl's out of the seat.
Now, I like him taking a little bit more time on the rack here because he realizes that each individual game at this point is ultimately important. You want to make sure that rack is good. I mean, the break is very important, but the racking is just as important.
Well, every game from here on in is important.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Well, he can't make a single mistake against the Kaiser at this point.
You know, I had opportunities to go out with Ralph and mange a little bit. I want to throw his name out there. And Ralph took us to a restaurant where one sandwich fed 3 of us, and we took leftovers home.
Really?
Alan Hopkins told us, go to this place down the road, and wow.
That's great.
What'd you order? The 6 foot?
The 6 foot long?
No,
The six-
but it was a sandwich with like 4 pounds of meat on it.
Oh, my goodness.
Sounds like Katz's in New York City
New York
here.
City. Mm-hmm.
Famous delicatessen.
Yeah, they used to put 1 pound. I think they're making more than 1 pound now. Katz and also Carnegie. Also 2nd Avenue New Delhi.
Now,
All 3 good.
there's a tricky situation here with the 8 and the 4. Do you try to just play just to get dead on the combination here?
Well, I think he's going to have to.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not like
you might be able to get behind it if you wanted to get frisky.
I mean, it's pretty straight. It's not like he has to cut the 4 to the. You know what I mean? Like he has to cut to cut to cut. Like
yeah,
it's,
in
it's
other words,
kind of like
he's not going to have to really worry about position.
yeah.
on
He
the 4.
doesn't have to cut the 4 really to the 8 to cut to the 8 to cut to the corner. It's kind of like all aiming straight.
Yeah, it's pretty straight in.
Table 26.
You know what I mean?
There is
I mean,
a slight angle,
no,
though.
of course he's got to cut the 4, but it's not like he has to back cut to cut the 8 to then cut it to the corner, and you know it's fairly straight like that, and he doesn't
And,
lose.
yeah.
He doesn't lose the 4 like
Like us morons, right?
like us.
So now you just come with a ton of left English come out of the 2 rails out of the left-hand side of the table. And you want to get on the 5 with which you're going to be cutting the 5 slightly as well. You're right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So that you can get to the 6. The other angle also works, drawing to the rail there.
Perfect.
He's a little straight. Oh, he's perfect. Yes, yes, yes. So now he just punches out with right-hand spin and comes 2 rails for the 6 neatly in the side. Stop shot on that. I mean, I don't see any problems here. Barring a serious unforced error, we're looking at potentially 8-7.
Potentially.
Potentially. No commentator curse.
I'm pointing fingers
Yeah,
if that
right.
happens. I'll be like, yo, D, check it out. That was Ross's doing.
It's all Ross's fault. Ooh, he's coming with high inside, it looks like.
Ooh. Well, that works.
It does and doesn't, because now he's got kind of a tricky situation from the 6 to the 7. Do you run into the 7 or do you try to draw down to the bottom rail?
He can roll this.
Can he roll it in from here?
Of course.
That table plays pretty slow. Oh yeah, no, it's fuller. I looked at above. It's fuller.
No,
No, he's going to run
He ran
into
into
it.
it.
Yeah, he's going to run into it.
He didn't have to. Look, see, that's the danger in that one.
Jeez.
He can. This is cut and makeable too.
It is cut.
You're gonna learn my terminologies. Those
I
are
really
snooky
like
isms.
this. I really like the cut and makeable. Not
Oh, I
ideal,
gotta-
but cut and makeable.
No, I got a lot of them. Trust me.
This is not an easy cut, though. I'll tell you.
No, I didn't say that.
But on these tables, you know, with the new cloth, he's
I
definitely
mean,
a
he's just
favorite.
gotta be careful with the rock. He's perfect. He's getting perfect on this.
Wow, that's a beautiful touch there. You know, you could easily overrun that position.
Easy, and now he can afford to hit it a little hard and go over to the rail, or just stun it if he felt, you know, like he wanted to slow it
In
up.
the famous words of Phil Rizzuto, holy cow, this looks like a barn burner.
There we go. Within
8-7. One game away from making this a hill. Daryl Peach striking back. Wow. How do you like it now?
He's really turned this into an amazing match here, Daryl. I mean, he was down 8-5, and he could have just, you know, given up, but he's stuck to his guns, and we're looking at a really close game here.
The crowd 4- and 5-fold deep on both sides of Steinway Billiards Arena. And on top of their cafeteria area, maybe 6 folds deep, up by the bar, another 4 folds deep, elbow to elbow, and still more seating, folks. Come on by tomorrow if you can. It's really a super tournament. You really don't want to miss it, because if it's local for you or feasible for you to get on location and you've never seen these guys shoot, and this is the place to be right here. And don't bring a lunch bag either.
Lunch bag? Someone say lunch. I haven't had breakfast.
I'm either.
All right, so I look for him to set up with that medium hard break again. And he did. He did take a little off of it. He lost the cue
Seven
ball a
goes
lot.
in. 7 goes in, and he's got eyes on the 1 in the side pocket.
Did you notice that he made the 2 ball again at the 3 rails around the table?
Oh, you know it all.
You are the fortune teller over here, once again. Now, do you try to go 3 rails with the cue ball here, or do you maybe?
No, you do. You play the 3 rails. Just got to avoid the 8 here.
8. That's the problem. That's
Oh,
the
it's not a
problem.
problem.
I see.
It's not a problem.
He shortened it up. That's all.
This is why. This
he
is
got
why I
another-
told you that's the problem,
He
because
got a shot.
He's got a shot. And he
Wow.
rolls it up easy for the 4 on the side.
this
How
is,
you like him?
This is.
This
I-
might be a
do you
double
think he was
cheeseburger.
playing-
Yeah, I think he played
Do you
it
think
with
he was
that
playing
speed.
No,
that?
he had to, because
Yeah?
Yeah.
if he shot it long, he would have hit the 8.
First of all, who am I to question Daryl Peach?
I'm not saying I'm
And his
questioning
ability.
Daryl Peach. I'm just asking whether you.
I'll
whether
go. You know what?
I would be
wanted to try to
embarrassed
play it
to
in that
ask
pocket or
him
not.
that
Turn my
question.
mic off. I'm going over to him. I'm going to tap him on the shoulder and be like, listen, what are you doing?
What?
Tell us now so we can tell everyone at home, okay? No, this is perfect. And we have a double cheeseburger over here.
I'm pretty impressed by that 3-rail positional shot into the short side of the 3. That was something special there.
Well, like I said, he couldn't go long or else he was going to hit the 8. And if he risked it, he might have gone behind the 8 and scratched. So.
Well, Ralf Souquet hasn't really done much wrong in the last couple racks. Daryl's just been running away with it.
Well, he's capitalizing on his position at the
opportunities.
table. Yeah. Uh-oh. He's still good.
What is it?
He's
What
still
is
good.
it? What is it? Is it cut? Is it cut and makeable?
Cut-a-makeable? It's cut-a-makeable.
Yes, it is. No doubt, though, that was a brilliant shot right there. Beautiful, beautifully played.
It's just like I showed him yesterday. So look, this is cut-a-makeable, okay?
Cut and makeable.
Well, looks like we have a double cheese.
Without further ado,
Oh, no,
we have a double hill here.
Oh, no, folks. It's not the Hill. It
Oh.
is.
Double cheeseburger match, baby. How
The
you
crowd
like
is
it?
loving
Very
it.
appreciative over here.
16 games under our belts that quick. Daryl Peach, Ralf Souquet. Hill.
You look around and you see the smiles coming from the crowd. Everybody's sweating it a little bit.
Oh, they all appreciate
Hill.
this.
They're
They
loving
love it.
Yep.
They love to see
Warren
it.
Campco just come over and asked the booth, what's the score? Because maybe Warren Campco plays either the winner or the loser of this match. I don't know, but he came
Maybe.
over and asked the score. We just gave it to him, Hill, and he had this look in his eye like,
Oh,
it don't
boy.
matter who I'm going to play.
Well, why should it? He's
Warren
a,
Campco floating around.
Well,
He's a killer himself.
He's the returning champion of this
Yes,
event. He won it in
absolutely.
2014.
Yes, he did. And if you want to see it, I'll show it to you. Right on that shot, right?
Yep, as soon as Daryl Peach moves, it had.
There it is.
There's the other one. There we go.
2014 Warren Campco, 2013 SVB, 2012 Phil Buford, right there. Who's going to be it in 2015? Might be one of these guys right here on the table.
No one's going to tout again. No one's going to bet against them. They're incredibly talented players, and I think they're both on schedule for the Moscone Cup this year, if I'm not mistaken.
I got to pull out the records for that right now. My hands are tied.
We have to look at that.
I didn't touch
7 ball, tried to go in the pocket. The 3 comes around and gets kicked out. This is the first time that I
Oh,
realized that he didn't
no.
make the 2 ball.
Guess what? This is an open rack. He's got a shot on the 1 in the
And
side.
I think he can kill the ball on the same side of the table.
And does he doesn't even need
Hill.
He can draw this out a little bit. That's
Exactly. In other words, just put what I mean is that he doesn't have to hit a rail.
all. Oh my gosh. Nail biter. This is an incredible comeback on Daryl's, in Daryl's eyes. But oh my God! Just you ever think about these comebacks? It's
Listen, Hill, you know.
made it back, a comeback. You break
dry.
You break dry and leave the guy an open, non-clustered shot on the 1, everything shot. Like
I got news for you. I couldn't think if I had to put somebody in the box at a Hill match, I have to put Ralf Souquet in the box.
Well,
or Daryl Peach. They both shoot good under the gun.
So I was going to say, because if Daryl had made a ball and had the open shot like that, then you'd be saying the same about him.
Yeah, you would, yeah.
So
I don't think that either of these two players are prone to crushing under pressure really that much. They're both incredible pressure players.
They're very good at pressure.
Incredible pressure players.
No, but you're definitely going to see Ralph take his time a little, something.
But look at here now. This is kind of tricky, and that's why he's taking his time. He's actually come down too far on the 3 ball here. Notice he's got an angle that goes right into the 9.
Could, or he could use the 9 and draw it out.
What do? You put a draw stroke and contact the 9 on purpose?
Contact the 9 and let it come back, spit back out. If that's the angle
Or do you
that
go
he has.
forward? Or do you go forward with inside? There's also a possibility there.
You could do that. He could come out 2 rails, but then he's going to have to thread the needle between 8 and 10.
Oh, he's punched it to the
punched
rail.
it out. Oh.
Did he get away with one here?
Looks like he got it.
Looks like he got away with one here.
Well, now he's thinking about the 6th as it go, because that was a.
Look at Daryl.
That was a little obstacle there. He's looking for an expression.
Daryl's
You saw
smiling a little bit there.
Well, he's looking for an expression off Ralph's face to see whether or not he's got the 6 in the corner pocket, because I believe he does have this 4.
Yeah, Daryl definitely is not happy about that
the
little
4
roll.
is a 2 rail out.
Around the 5.
He's not gonna. Of course, he's not gonna hold the cue that way.
No.
And he hit that nicely.
Very nicely. Now the question is
Get the bridge.
Did he dislodge the 6 from the 9 in such a fashion where it goes in that pocket
He's still checking it out, because at this point he can make position. He can come in with inside and come play the 6 in the side pocket. He could come along the long rail and play it in the other side pocket if he wants to feel that daring. Let's see what he does.
The inside English shots play tricky on this brand new cloth, though, so I'm not necessarily sure if that's the wisest decision.
No,
but
he
we'll
could
see.
go natural and go.
That's why you see them play natural
right.
so much over here.
Well, you do, but let's see, because if he doesn't
like
have it,
he might be doing
he
this
might
though.
be playing
Look.
the inside.
Yeah.
He might be playing the inside. That means he has the 6.
He has the 6. He had to put just a little bit of English just to make sure that it didn't.
Yeah, he wanted to hold it.
Yeah,
he wanted to hold it.
Borbillo to table 20. Jung Lee. table 20. Jung Lee Amarillo, table 20.
Tricky, tricky.
He really doesn't have a lot of this pocket. He might even have to catch the point on the far side a tad.
Cheat the pocket.
Yeah, cheat the pocket a tad.
It's hard to cheat the pocket when the 7 is above the side pocket. See?
There it is. Wow.
Well, that was perfect.
Well, from here, you have to like the Kaiser from here. He doesn't make mistakes in these situations very often.
That's what I'm saying. Either one of these players under the gun can do it.
Is he going to end up
They've
perfect
been
along
under
this line?
pressure in the Moscone Cup.
I mean, only an unforced error here would change the outcome.
Now, do you come around this or do you play it with the inside? That's the question. It's probably going to go natural.
Natural, up and down.
Yeah.
Well, down and up. He goes down
He
and up.
did use a little inside, though.
Yeah, a little.
Just a little. I think that this is going to be all she wrote.
You think if I went and did a cartwheel right now in front? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not even going to finish that statement. He heard me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
He's going to play him in the same pocket. Yep.
Ooh.
Yep.
Ooh.
Okay, so he hit that a little hard. Now he's got definitely a pressure clutch shot here. Yeah, he definitely has a pressure clutch shot.
I'm surprised
here.
he shot that way. Because even if he stayed above, he brought it below. But even if he stayed above, he had a shot.
I don't fancy him missing it though.
No, not at all. And there
what
you
a
have
beautiful
it. What
shot on the
a
10,
shot.
and what a match!
You know what? What a great comeback from Daryl. But you know, it
in the end, he had no
Unfortunately,
choice.
he broke dry and left him an open rack, an open shot at the 1. And there's really, you can't say that he did anything wrong. You know what I mean?
Well, folks,
He didn't.
sorry to cut you guys short, but I got to end this recording. I want to thank you both personally, Ross Lacey and Diana Snooki Rojas, for sitting in this one. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We'll get right back, guys. I got another match coming up, and I got 2 more guest commentators stepping in, and we'll get right back with another match. Please stand by. Copenhagen and Chang up next, the U.S. Open champion.
Hello, everyone. New Jersey pool player Troy back in the booth.